104.1 KRDE.
Let's go. Good morning.
The Roula and Ryan Show.
With Eric.
It's about to get all stupid up in here.
Hey, sleepyhead.
Featuring Special K.
Nobody asked you, Kevin.
And Sam.
You've waited long enough.
How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula.
Macaroni and cheese hot dog.
Ryan.
I am the worst DJ ever.
With Eric.
We're the champions of the world.
104.1 KRDE.
Good morning.
Good morning. It is Tuesday. It's July 29th of 2025 at 6:02 a.m.
Wow.
And the gang is here. Roula, Ryan, Eric, Sister K, and Ahmad in for Sam, who's still out on maternity leave. I know, Kev, you saw her over the weekend.
Yeah, I saw her and Mateo and Santiago. We had a big time in the, what kind of pool is that again?
Stock tank.
Stock tank. In the stock tank.
Aquarium?
No, that's where the cows drink.
How deep is it? About
Horses
3
drink.
feet?
It came up to about almost to Santi's mid-chest.
But when you're in it, where is it? Like your shin?
Mid chest?
Yeah, mid-chest. No, it probably goes up to my knees, so about 2.5 feet deep.
Oh,
Did you actually get in there?
I have not gotten in yet, but
I don't think it fits that many adults, right? Because it's a stock tank pool.
Right. It's
Right.
a smaller
3
pool.
people.
It's nice for them. But see, I just have this mind over matter thing. You know, Santiago's in there in a diaper, and to me, that's like a little tea bag, like a tea bag of Dookie. And,
Soaking in it?
yeah, it's just like dipping in. And I know it has a filter and everything,
Wait,
but
was
they
he in a
have the
swimmer diaper or a
little
regular
swimmies?
diaper?
Yeah, but those really
They're
work.
regular.
The swimmers are.
It was like a regular diaper.
Are you serious?
I don't know.
The
I don't know.
The little
Was it blue?
swimmies.
Was it blue?
He doesn't pay
Yeah.
attention. Look at that kid.
I don't know. I don't know what to.
Then that's a little swimmy if it was blue.
Still,
Well, the little
it's mind
swimmies-
over matter. You know.
I do feel like the little swimmy is a scam because if they pee, they're still going to go in the water.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be more protective of
the other stuff.
the other stuff. Oh, man.
she
So
joins-
what, you
she
don't want to
joins
be
to
in the
get
stock
back?
tank because Santi was in there in his diaper?
I guess so. Maybe a little bit. I was like, oh.
Is she ready to come back, or is she?
She ready. I
loving-
think she's ready. Yes, she definitely misses us, and I don't know if staying home with 2 kids is really what she envisions the rest of her life being. She really loves, all the fun stuff we do here, and she's got a great daycare, but she's enjoying this time, these 12 weeks
Should.
with the baby. She got a new AC, a whole new AC, because it took a crap, poor thing. It took a crap when her family was in town, when it was real hot those days. Yeah, so she's doing well, though. And Jules was over there, too. I got to see Jules.
That's her best friend.
Mhm.
Yep.
And then there was some, she has a really cool turf area that she got built, which is real nice that, there's no ants. You know how it is,
Oh
Eric.
yeah,
This one big thing is like there's no ants coming up.
that's one thing about like living up north for me in Illinois. I could lay in the grass.
Didn't
I
get
just
bitten
felt
a
like
lot.
I don't have to worry about fire ants or
Bugs.
like
Just bugs
killer
in general.
snakes or just bugs.
Skeeters.
I feel like I'm trying to think what we really had, and we had ants, but they were just nothing. They didn't do anything to you, and the grass didn't hurt. Here,
Right, they
some
were-
of the grass here, I feel like it's like
Crab
acupuncture.
grass.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt. It
Like here, it's like
doesn't
some of that's the grass is
It's like
The blade-
bristly.
crab
Yeah.
grass. Like
No,
Kevin
you're
was
right.
saying. It's the
That's
first thing I ever
funny.
saw in Baytown when I moved, or not moved there. I went there
To
see my-
visit.
mom's cousins or something in the 90s. I'm like, what is with this grass? What is
This grass-like covering.
this stuff hurts.
Huh.
You know what I
Why is
noticed?
it smelling Baytown like oil?
Oh, yeah. That's a heck of an introduction to Texas.
But to be fair, my mom's cousin worked at Exxon there.
Okay.
So we were like, he was there.
Yeah.
Then we drove in. He gave us a tour of the plants and stuff. So that was kind of cool. Seeing
The plant being the refinery, not
refinery,
the actual plants.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Those are different.
Yeah, the refinery.
Eric, you grew
plants,
up,
power plants and stuff we had.
Since you grew up north, do you remember? Because I was just in Pennsylvania a few weeks ago, and I saw fireflies. I'd forgotten about them.
Yeah,
lightning bugs?
Lightning bugs. I've never seen them here.
No.
I think we mentioned this
I think I did
before.
once.
Somebody reached out once in Texas, maybe in Conroe or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never seen. Have you ever seen lightning bugs? Rolla?
I did not grow up with those. Growing up in Houston, Texas, I never
catch them and you put them in a mason jar, poke holes in the top.
I only
sometimes-
saw that in movies.
We
but I
would
didn't
rub
know
the
where
take
that
the butt off
happens.
and then rub it on your face.
Yeah.
What?
And,
Yeah, or turn it into a ring.
and it would glow.
Are you for real,
Yeah.
guys?
Yeah, it's
Think-
very
think-
brutal, but
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
something. When there are a bunch of them, you're
feels
like,
bad.
there's plenty out there.
Think of a glow stick,
Yes.
and if you cut it open and just rub that stuff all over.
Like I have memories.
Isn't
doing
it like
that.
freaky to grab the bug?
They're so slow.
Crawly
No.
bug.
They land on you.
Yeah.
You
When
put your
they're not-
hand
Like a
out.
ladybug?
Well, when they're not lit up, they kind of look like a silverfish.
They're bigger than ladybugs.
They look like little black
Yeah.
creatures with a little red head. And once they land on you, if you catch them in your hand, you can also kind of put them to sleep with balls full of. Didn't you ever do that? Like cotton balls? Yeah, like cotton balls with. The nail polish remover.
You guys.
You put that in a little mason jar, and then they fall asleep, and then you can really decorate your fingers.
Does anybody-
with them. Yes.
Does
I'm looking
anybody
at Scissor Beetles.
in high school in Houston do bug collections? We had to do leaf collection and bug collection. I had to go around and get all these leaves around my area.
The leaves, I remember that.
And then put in a book and write each thing. And
Yes,
about
I
it.
remember leaf.
And then I had to do a
leaves.
bug collection.
Definitely
with a
didn't do that.
styrofoam thing, and you had to put a pin. You had to put them in the freezer.
No,
I think we had to
not
do that. No.
You
You
guys never had that, but I really would not
Yeah.
do that.
No
I forgot
way.
about that.
Like in the Cub Scouts, I think that was one of the things
I
we
was
had
in
to do.
high school. We had to go and use
No way.
Really?
like bugs.
So I'm looking it up because I've never actually seen a real firefly, I don't think. And they're beetles that produce light through a chemical reaction in their lower abdomen.
Mm-hmm.
They're not flies or bugs, even though we call them that. They belong to the insect order Coleoptera.
All I know is I was out on the Susquehanna River having like a little dinner with my aunt, and there they were. And I was like, oh, my God, it just took me back to my childhood.
Susquehanna is a
them in
river?
years.
That used to be the name of our company because it was Pennsylvania based and it
Yeah.
had plates.
That's what I was thinking.
Susquehanna
feels
Falls have the plates.
So it runs through. I've also been on the Susquehanna to go clamming when I was a
Really?
kid. Yeah, and they were huge clams. So I
Did
guess
you eat
weren't-
them or you just collect them for your
I
parents?
just collected them for the people who were at the party because I still to this day do not like.
Or were you
clams.
looking for the opal or whatever is in them?
No,
I think
that's a
an-
pearl and an oyster.
Pearl?
Opal and a
we knew
clam,
better
no.
than that.
Pearl and an oyster.
Clams don't have anything?
That's
Oh, man.
funny.
Someone said New Caney has fireflies.
Really?
really?
I'm just thinking as soon as you get farther out.
Is that more of a summer thing?
Yeah. Conroe has them too, people are saying. I figured out.
Well, my cousins were telling me
know.
that they're dying off. Like they're slowly going extinct. So.
Maybe because people are squishing them for their glow.
Little kids like Eric just squishing them.
Glow sticks. Look at these glow
We did
sticks.
that and play Ghost in the Graveyard. I forget how that game was done, but it was like
I
hide and go
remember
seek.
that.
I've heard the game, but I've never played that game.
I just remember the name. I can't remember how we played it and
Have
stuff.
to look that one up.
We literally played it in the graveyard. My granddad,
I would
and
do that.
Grammy lived right across the street from a cemetery. That's where they're all buried now, and we played it there.
Oh yeah, that's too
When I was,
morbid
like-
for me. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'd be scared.
When I was like third
kid.
grade, I remember after school, wow, how different we do school pickup now. School pickup now, you have to claim your child and leave, and they know if a kid's left behind. But, back in the hardened 80s and 90s, they was just like, okay, school's over. You're going to get picked up, I guess.
Yep. Good luck. You're on your
So-
own. We're-
I'm in like an elementary school, and there was a girl in my class who really loved caterpillars. She loved caterpillars because you know how caterpillars have different patterns on their backs.
Oh yeah.
So I remember she's crawling in caterpillars, and we're waiting for our ride. And then I'm like, I remember just looking at her so clearly. I don't remember this girl's name. I remember her face like it was yesterday, and the caterpillars on her hands. And we wore these blue one-piece uniforms with these pleated dresses. And so the caterpillars were like all over the blue front of the dress. And then I was like, aren't you scared of those? She goes, no, I love caterpillars. They're so nice. You want me to put one on you? And before I could protest, she put one on me. And I remember looking at it like, oh God, it's going to get on my collar and go down my shirt.
Or they poop
Like I
sometimes,
freaked
too.
out. And then, I know all little preschools do the little caterpillar into butterfly experiments.
Yeah.
You get those sets at like Learning Express or whatever, like Lakeshore Teaching. You can buy the caterpillar butterfly net set. But gosh, the caterpillars, I was like, how? That's the first kid I knew that liked bugs.
I'm just afraid of them here because I would then think of those ones that sting you really bad.
Ew, yeah.
Which ones?
What's that thing that looks like what the hell's the name of that
that's
thing?
gonna drive
That
me
furry
nuts.
thing that you're.
Oh, the
Yeah.
asps.
Asps.
Oh my God, the asps are crazy.
Because then little kids think that's a caterpillar, and then they get stung.
But the caterpillar, the asp is insane. That's like a
a
steroid
4-year-old.
fur. That's like a giant fake fur mustache sitting on a bench.
Yeah, but a 4-year-old
Because
doesn't know.
caterpillars-
They
Yeah,
just-
because my daughter was 3 and she put her hand on it because it was a cream color, like a caramel colored asp.
Yeah, it looks nice.
and almost like camouflaged. And she saw it on this bench and she put it, and it's like millions of needles. They're just like all in you, and you have to use something cold to like release the needles from your skin.
But
to
an
have them
asp
calm
is
down.
also a snake, too, isn't it?
I don't think so. No, these asps are. And what's
Just
the
remember
season for
yeah,
asps?
they are. An asp is also a snake, because I remember that from Indiana Jones.
Really?
Remember when he got dropped down in they sealed him in that tomb and he had the torch?
Well, I don't remember that.
And he's trying to
a
get all the
stinging-
snakes away from him.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's a different kind because this is definitely a stinging caterpillar. If you look it up, it's a giant furry thing, and all that fur is just a bunch of needles.
This is only from the South, right?
I've
I've never heard of this ever until
I don't know
moved
what
here.
the season is, but one fell on me in the front yard when I was talking to my neighbor years ago, and I didn't know what was happening to my hand. I go, "Why is my hand turning on like fire?" It's hurt, and it was all this red rash, like needles, and an asp fell on me.
Oh.
But I need to know the season so people can look out
Don't put
because you
that
have
in
to
the
really be careful.
commercials when they say, come to Texas,
I know.
vacation.
I know what the heck is
It's
happening.
like Australia. 10 things that can kill you.
Oh my God, Australia has the most bugs and animals and creatures that can kill you, but they don't advertise that part.
Nope.
Everything's deadly there. Okay, coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, do y'all know that Caitlin Clark had a stalker and he got arrested? Like, it doesn't matter what you do. Somebody is going to hook on and somebody's going to take it too far. And this guy's, he was really dangerous. I don't know how. I mean, she's just a college girl, basically, when this started.
He's from Texas, too, right?
I believe so. And also, Saturday Night Live announced their season 51, but what are the changes to their cast?
No, it's a time of year now and they start firing people and changing.
Or people are saying, I'm going to leave or not. Anyway, here's your weather for today.
It is going to be sunshine creeping right up to triple digits, maybe. Right now, 79 degrees and 612 on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
Scoop on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
104.1 KRBE.
It's brought to you by Taqueria Sarandas, which also brings us the Benson backflip, which will continue again today at 7 a.m. We'll reveal the 4 times of the day that you can be caller 104 to try and grab 2 seats in the KRBE suite for the September 18 sold-out Benson Boone Show at the Toyota Center.
And I'm proud. A lot of people are winning.
I know.
Like, I didn't hear in the afternoon part, like the last 1 or 2, but the first 2 or 3 I've heard, and people.
That's because they're listening at 7 a.m.
Yeah, so it's paying off.
We give you the answer.
Maybe I'm just used to the secret sound where so many people failed.
That's true.
I mean, if you listen at 7 a.m., you're going to get the answer, okay?
Because the Benson backflip is a lyric of one of Benson's songs, and then we've reversed it, but we'll reveal what the reversal is at 7 only. So you got to take notes of that so that later in the show or later in the day, whenever that happens, it's time to be caller 104 that you know what to say, and then you become a finalist.
Just go listen to podcasts. It's fine.
What time does that one get up? Put
Oh,
up?
yeah.
What time do you put that one up, Ahmad?
10:30 at the earliest, 11:30 at the latest.
Oh, so yeah, good
Okay.
point.
Or
Just
maybe
saying.
not. Sometimes.
You may have
might
missed
not
a
get
few
a little loose with
opportunities
that.
by then.
And you never know Ahmad sometimes what mood he's in. He might
Yeah,
be like,
he
no,
might not.
I'm not giving you guys this today. I'm
Cut it
Not
out.
telling you that.
Cut it out.
I want to
telling
go
you
to
that.
the suite.
Yeah.
Snip.
So 7 a.m. will reveal the
You never
4
know.
chances of the day that you could score the chance to be in the suite. All right. So many celebrities over the years, when we do entertainment news, have had stalkers, unfortunately, where fans have just built something into their own heads that they just need to be with this person. Like, you know, the terrifying phone call to 911 that Sandra Bullock made when she was trapped in her closet of her house because the stalker had made it all the way into her house.
That's so scary.
Many celebrities over the years have had to get restraining orders against people who just have become fans of them. A lot of them are usually pop stars or actresses or actors. I don't know as much about sports stars. Like, I can't think of a male sports star who had some
sure they have
woman that's top of mind, like right out of the gate. Like, did LeBron James have somebody like beating down his gate? I don't know. I don't have like a story like that
I'm
that
sure
sticks
they
out.
had to. LeBron
I'm
and
sure.
Michael Jordan, of all the fans they have. You ever see the movie The Fan?
No,
Was that Wesley Snipes was like a San Francisco Giant, and then Robert De Niro was a huge fan and
really?
Oh.
really crazy.
I
and
never
stuff.
saw that.
That sounds good.
Came out in like
Huh.
the 90s or something.
I would have to guess that there would be more male stalkers than female stalkers.
Well,
No, I
And
feel
that they
like
would
most
be
of those
more
Yeah,
dangerous
but how many
than men.
prisoners have their own fan base of
Yeah.
serial killers have their own, like they get married.
I know,
These
that's
guys
so
get-
crazy.
Women actually marry serial killers and killers in prison.
Well, Caitlin Clark is the latest celebrity / sports figure who is in the news for this. Unfortunately for her, just when she was still playing in college, into her transition to the WNBA, a man named Michael Lewis from Texas had become, I don't know if the word obsessed with her. Sure, if you're stalking her and you are sending her messages, and he formally pleaded guilty to 1 felony count of stalking and 1 misdemeanor count of harassment. He appeared in an Indiana courtroom this week after striking a deal with prosecutors. He was ordered to have no contact with Caitlin Clark and to stay away from anywhere where she is going to play. anywhere close to where the WNBA goes. He was admonished by the judge several times during the court proceedings, including once when he put something in his mouth. He told the court it was just headphones and that he was nervous. Are you putting earbuds in your mouth? Anyway, the resolution ensures that the defendant is held accountable for his threatening actions, said the judge, the fear he instilled in Caitlin Clark and the disruption he caused. He will now spend the next 2.5 years in the Department of Corrections, and the victim will be able to have peace of mind while focusing on what matters to her. The problem is when he gets out, then she has to worry about him again.
Yeah.
Can I put him in a mental institution or somewhere where he can try and help him?
I don't know.
'Cause I feel this is a mental issue. I don't
If he
think
thinks
just put him in jail is going to really help.
It's not going to heal him.
he was accused by authorities of sending hundreds of threats and sexually explicit messages to Caitlin Clark from 2024 into 2025 when he was arrested in January. She's only played actually this season 13 games because she has an injury.
She's been injured this year.
But behind the scenes, she's been dealing with this crazy psycho. Can you imagine you're on the court and you're like wondering where is he in this crowd?
Oh, or you're just going to the airport. You're going places. You know, people
And
want
you
to
don't
stop.
know where he's going to peep out.
They think you're a jerk because you don't want to sign autographs or stop. But you're like,
And you're like, nope.
I don't know who's over. That guy has the same beard as that other guy.
It's so creepish. So I'm glad that he's at least put away for now. But I know that she'll probably be thinking ahead of the game, like what happens when he gets out.
The girl I used to work with in Dallas, her name was Rebecca, and she had a stalker. This guy had hit a cane with a sword in it.
Oh, my God.
Lord.
And they had to stop him, and it was bad.
Wait, you guys had to stop him?
The police motion, I wasn't there.
Okay, yeah. How long?
Did an appearance.
Oh, she was somewhere public.
Yeah, it was scary for her.
That is really terrifying.
There was actually a KRBE DJ here. There used to be a plaque on the wall, Casey Love.
But she wasn't killed by a stalker. That was her boyfriend. That was domestic violence.
But he was a fan, and she started dating him. And then, it was just tragic.
That's really terrifying. All right, on to some happier news or funnier news. Saturday Night Live is about to hit their 51st season, and whether you think it's funny or not, it always makes news. Like their little clips make news of different things. One of the cast members, who I can't remember his name, but he has a really funny accent, like a Special K prank call, is in Billy Madison too. He's pretty funny. But
Billy Madison too. You mean Happy Gilmore too?
Happy Gilmore too. Sorry,
Should be Billy Madison too.
I'd see that one for sure.
Happy Gilmore too. What's his name, Eric? Gosh, I can't remember. The kid from SNL that's in Happy Gilmore too. He plays the son of the caddy.
Oh my God, what
Anyway,
is his name?
you look that up.
Marcelo.
he's my favorite.
He is so funny. He was a good ad.
To me, that kid's like a star.
Yeah,
He's very good at
He's
what he
funny,
does.
He's just likable, and especially happy. He's only in the show, maybe the movie, but 2 minutes total.
But
Maybe.
he makes a mark.
Like he's supposed to do what you did once, where you run across, and then people hit you with the balls, golf balls.
Oh,
okay. We put you in that cart.
Marcelo Hernandez is his name.
Yeah, that guy's.
Marcelo Hernandez.
He's like, I'm fast, super fast.
I'm fast.
He can run.
So Lorne Michaels said, as of right now, he is going through the cast back and forth and has not made any major decisions on how much of the current 17 people in the SNL cast might change or stay the same.
Can't change too many because when you do that, then it just
people get mad.
People get mad, or they just don't feel like they belong to the.
Yeah,
like, I don't get
feel
the
like
show.
you know them.
Yeah,
Isn't it crazy how there are 17 cast members, but when the show started 50 years ago, there's only 6?
yeah.
Oh,
but
wow.
They say 17, but are there really 17? Like, or are they
If you
counting
count the
writers?
digital
the
shorts, those
featured
digital
players.
short guys, those guys just sometimes end up only in the digital shorts, and then they're not even in the skits.
The news dudes are out. Or are they still back?
Colin Jost and Michael Che, there's no
Che.
word on that here.
I heard them in an interview, and they said that they will only do it as long as the other one is doing it. Like if one of them leaves, the
Makes
other
sense.
one will not do the news.
And it's not like they're going to go on and get their own talk shows because those are dying.
Oh, yeah,
Like
good
Seth
point.
Meyers left the Weekend Update desk to go do Late Night with Seth Meyers, but these shows are starting to get
Yeah, good point.
you
They're
know,
all going
go
away.
Even Fallon, guys, has not been as viral as he used to be. Remember, you would always see like a Fallon clip.
I haven't seen anything on him.
I
in,
feel like he's not doing anything. Like, where are his viral clips of people he's interviewing?
hey, good
He would
point.
do lip sync battles, and he would do funny game shows and mystery box. Basically, a radio bit.
Is it just not in our algorithm anymore?
That's probably it.
No, because I even still see Colbert more than I see him.
Yeah,
So,
he's been coming up a lot.
They've
I
been
guess,
talking
because of
about
that.
they may not let him finish it out.
Yeah.
I bet. They're getting real. CBS is really getting upset.
If they're losing money, they might as well just.
yeah.
They're talking about pulling the plug on him any day now.
Every guest that comes basically like
Brings it
raises
up.
their middle finger to CBS.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
that's insane.
the bias monitor is staying very busy over there.
What David Letterman say? Because You can't have CBS without BS.
That paid him a very healthy salary for many, many years.
But even like Jay Leno said, and the problem with these shows is they all got political.
They picked a side in their politics.
Just have
he said
fun.
that for 20-something years, he would make fun of both sides, but you couldn't tell what side he personally leaned. But I feel like the landscape of politics possibly was way different, more than we could ever imagine back when Leno was on versus now.
True.
With the things that have happened in the news politically.
That's true.
So it's kind of hard to not pick a side if you're that guy that's delivering the joke. Think about it. If you're delivering a joke about a Democrat or Republican and you're the opposite of that, you want to give it more of a sear when you deliver the joke for the opposite of what you like.
And to really do Democrat jokes, like there's nobody that's really people know nowadays. You know what I mean? Like
Nobody really funny.
you do Biden, I guess, but I'm just saying there's, Trump is so huge. So many people obviously have their feelings on him one way or another. So it's easy and low-hanging fruit.
Impersonators and things like that.
Yeah.
But when you got, there's really unless the Democrat president's in there, but did they make fun of them then? That's what people are complaining about.
I just
when Joe
remember,
Biden was in, did they make fun of him?
I mean,
I don't know.
It was
I
pretty
never
like,
listened to this stuff.
I always would gauge it by SNL. Like, I remember when Obama was president. It wasn't really, it was more like Obama just talks very monotone. He just talks
He
very
was not a
monotone.
funny person to impersonate. He was just kind of boring.
As opposed to when G.W. Bush was in there, everybody loved seeing Will Ferrell say strategery.
Yeah, he just make
You know
it
what I
worse.
mean? I don't know what it was like before that. I don't know what it was like if you were an adult in the 80s when it was the Reagan, Mondale and the Reagan. Who did he go against the second time? Reagan. Was it Mondale?
Dukakis.
Okay, yeah. No, that was Bush.
Oh.
But
I
anyway,
remember.
my point is I was too young to pay attention back then
Who
to
did you
know
go against?
how did they handle that kind of stuff.
Dana Carvey would hit hard pretty,
Yeah. He did HW. He did
He
Ross
was funny.
Perot. But he
Ross
made them
Perot was
Ross-
so good.
Oh, my
Can
God.
I finish? Can I finish?
You can't run the Walmart if you can't be the manager of the general store.
You
I
know,
just
I-
remember that was a Dana Carvey line.
I think a lot of my motivation came from that crew of Saturday Night
They were
Live.
fun, though, too, but they
Yes.
did so many characters that were
So
fun.
many very memorable characters, Hans and
I
Franz.
feel like SNL thinks they're too
yeah.
good. They can't. They'll do a character maybe twice this season. I'm like, man,
they did
SNL
used
would
to
double.
have-
They would do like 4 or 5 times this season, like Wayne's
they
World.
would,
or,
and Eric, they would have like the main star host, like Tom Hanks, for example, had a character that was recurring on SNL. He was a low depth perception guy, or was that Kevin Nealon? No, he was the guy that doesn't understand how close you are to somebody. Like if Ahmad is
Depth
maybe
perception.
3, is that who it was? Because he'd be like,
Personal
"Hey,
space."
how's it going?" And the person's right next to you. But Tom Hanks, as a non-cast member, had a
show up.
character that when he would be the host, kind of like JT would be like, "Bring it on down to Lakerville."
yeah, every time they come on.
Yeah, like every time he came on, they would have some character that was recurring for that person, like the Bee Gees talk show or whatever,
Yeah.
the Andy Gibb talk show or the Barry Gibb talk show.
People like to see routine and see if they like a character, they want to see it again.
Plus,
Oh,
Lorne
yeah.
Michaels, you think maybe he's a little out of touch? He's like
Yeah.
an 80-year-old guy.
Yeah, there's got to be better producers out there who can
Somebody
really.
a little bit more finger on the pulse type situation.
Well, maybe what we don't know is that Lorne Michaels has somebody
He probably
who's
does
like a
have-
number 2, a number 3, number 4, and then they bring it to him for the final check or
yeah, he's
X.
he's too busy in probably the Hamptons, eating lobster and caviar and stuff.
Yeah, because people who like, for example, my family restaurant has been around forever. And when my dad passed away, the number one question I still get 10 years after my dad passed away is, so who runs the restaurant now? Well, it is a family business. We were all raised in it. And my siblings were running it with my dad
Yeah.
before he passed, way before he
It wasn't like
passed.
they all weren't just jumped in after he passed away.
Yeah, and
They're
my
already
dad's
there.
role had dramatically changed as we
He was
grew.
more like the go around and talk
Yeah,
to
he was the
people.
greeter. Hey, nice to have you here. I'm
Yeah.
Jim Christie. Welcome to Christie's. Like that, he loved doing that. But everybody else, like my sister and my
Day-to-day
brother,
stuff.
and my brothers were all doing like this computer system here, this catering thing here. My dad, he would answer the phone and go, Christie's. And I go, Dad, we train everybody to say, good afternoon. Thank you for calling Christie's Seafood Steaks. How may I help you? But my dad go, Christie's. And I'm like, Dad, what are you
That's how you
doing?
know it's authentic and good.
That's right. All right. Well, let me change gears here. Speaking of parents admitting to feeling like a bad parent. Have you felt like a bad parent? Duh, mom guilt. Talk about headspace, like your mental weight.
Yeah, but how many times per year do you feel like a bad parent?
And is that normal, or are you actually a bad parent? We'll go over it next on the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
Good morning. It's KRBE. Let's do it with more of the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
All right, friends, there are a lot of parents that listen to our show. We are also parents here on the show, and the parent guilt is for real. Like, especially mom guilt meaning like, oh no, I didn't know about this. Like, look, we're on the cusp of the school year starting. Already the mental load is heavy because you're like, oh God, what form do I need for what thing do I need? And what shots does my kid need? And what sports form does my kid need? And they want to try for this thing. Oh God, the physicals. Oh no, there's an orientation. Oh no, what's this? There are many reasons to blame yourself for being a failure when it came to your kid. But there are some real failures and there's some micro failures. A micro failure is, oh no, I forgot today was Coco in chaos and with the kindergartners and we missed it. Oh my God. Like, whatever.
Some little.
Parents admit to feeling like a bad parent, but how many times a year? What would y'all guess, according to a new report? How many times a year do you
100.
feel like a bad parent?
Probably 100 or so.
Everyone probably maybe once a week, right? You look back on things. So 52?
3 times a week, averaging 156 times a year.
Oh, damn.
That we think we are failures.
God, we all underbid.
To me, that's scarier if you don't think you're a failure than if you don't. Like, oh,
If you
I'm
think you're
perfect.
doing it right.
I'm doing everything right. Because
we all try our best.
Well, the
and
average
you hope
parent
for the
says
best.
here discovers 2 situations with their kids per week that they have absolutely no clue how to handle. And parents admit to needing a break from their parenting duties twice a week. It's not all bad news, though. Kids make their parents laugh 12 times a day on average. So that's something we can take.
that's good.
That's fun. 45% say parenthood has been more demanding than they ever expected. And there's just too many times where you just thought you let your kid down.
My wife and I went to dinner last night, and I was just talking with her. I'm like, man, I didn't realize, did my parents really worry about me? Like, I had no phone. I didn't have a curfew. I was out, like, partying. And
They just trusted that you're
Different
gonna be
era.
fine.
But did they worry, though? Cause I can't really enjoy my weekend until my kids are, I know, like, if they go spend the night, if my Ari drives to her friend in Cyprus or something.
And then you see it like on Life 360 that
Yeah, I'm
she
watching
got
her.
there.
She's there.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
okay, now I can enjoy my night. Or if they're home,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think. I mean, I wish I could ask my parents. I can't. That's what sucks. Like, you guys can ask your parents. You should ask your mom. Mom, did you worry about me when I was out? I'm just curious. Like,
Actually, I should have
is
that
it just our
conversation
generation,
with her.
Gen X, where we're just worry warts with our kids?
I think what
The
we did
technology
is
we have now.
Yeah, we did a course correction. Maybe we weren't feeling that feel from our parents growing up, and we decided that we would try and do better with our kids.
And I like that they left me alone and maybe not like
Feel
overstep their
overprotected?
boundary. Like,
Yeah.
let me make mistakes.
I think it's different, though. You're the youngest boy and the only boy. You're the youngest child. You were the only boy. So you get treated differently than perhaps the oldest girl got treated or the middle child got treated. There is evidence that we do this to our kids, whether we want to or not. Every single one of us who has our first child and then had one after that will treat the first child different than the second.
That's true.
Every oldest sibling that's walking this earth has some beef about how the parents put it all on them and the siblings got away with murder. Every baby of the family is like, yeah.
I just think that
Parents give up by then.
our parents, the generation Gen X, is what Eric and I are, and you, Roula.
Yeah.
I think that they just trusted we do the right thing. I mean, we would
I don't know about that.
in the summertime we'd wake up.
No.
I never did.
We'd wake up and we didn't say, "I'm bored. Entertain
Yeah,
me,
we
Mom and
probably
Dad."
did. We probably
no,
did.
we got on our
100%
bikes and we
I said
took
I was
off.
bored.
I lived on Fry Road. We'd drive our bikes all the way down to Bear Creek, and we would play baseball in the summer, and we would do things. And
Yeah,
we'd come in when it was supper time.
I
That
was
was
never
it.
bored. I had little construction vehicles and bicycles and friends and
the
a,
river
and
house
a
and the
river.
lake house
I
and the
mean,
beach
that was
house.
far away. I couldn't drive
Yeah.
to the beach.
You
You
played
know,
with the butler.
we lived. We lived in the hills in the suburbs, you know, and luckily there's a lot of kids in the
That
neighborhood.
helps if you got kids around. Like, I live in
Yeah,
the
my age.
country. I didn't have
yeah.
anybody.
And yeah, in my neighborhood, we did not have neighborhood kids to play with. There were 5 siblings. And really it was about when you have 5 siblings, the age gap is pretty vast. So we pair off. Like me and my little brother have the most childhood memories together. And then my middle sister sprinkled in there sometimes. And then sometimes they pushed her to the older 2. So she was always bouncing between the 2 duos.
youngs and the older.
The youngs and the olders. And I have the most memories of my little brother. But we were so bored. And here's my thing. We grew up in a time where summer vacation just meant, yes, we get to sleep in. It wasn't summer vacation, where are we going? I never did a family vacation like that. We just didn't do it. And I don't really know if the culture
What
supported
did that happen?
a family vacation all the time.
These crazy vacations now. You see families go on.
Oh, I know.
You
Wait,
hear
how's
about
that?
a lot of people vacationing. As soon as spring
You hear
break
people
hits,
go to
that
Africa,
Saturday,
safari?
the airport
Oh, I
is
know.
packed.
Do
And I'm
people
like,
just make more money now?
Or did they always do it? We were all poor.
I don't know. I saw this.
we didn't
this,
have money growing up.
Listen, this thing on Instagram yesterday that popped up was about how the luxuries of the 80s and 90s were different than the luxuries today, because this guy did a whole breakdown of what a mortgage or an apartment rent was in the 80s and 90s versus what a TV cost. And he goes, your apartment rent in the 80s was $200, but a TV was $1,200. So that was a luxury. Now TVs are $200, and the
That's
luxury is your mortage or your apartment.
That's a good point.
Because it's so expensive to live.
But the problem is you need that to live.
Right.
You need the apartment. You don't need that big 40-inch TV. And I say big because back then 40 inches was
It was unheard
Yeah, it's
of.
crazy.
unheard of. It was all like 27.
Oh,
Yeah.
y'all, there was a place called
That was
Incredible
big.
Universe. HCC at 610 in West Park. Is that huge campus was called Incredible Universe. It was like a Circuit City, like a Best Buy. And when my brother and my sister-in-law Mia got married in 1995, as a wedding gift from the siblings, I went to Incredible Universe for Christmas, and we were like, we're gonna get them a big screen TV, 32 inches.
Oh, yeah.
And it had like a stupid stand. It cost. I opened an Incredible Universe credit card. God knows what the percentage rate was. 'Cause I was like 19 or 18 or I don't know how old I was. And I was like, okay, we're going to get this. I remember telling my sister, we're going to get them this TV. And who knows how long it took me to pay off that stupid TV, which now you go into Costco, you got like an 85-inch television.
There's one right now. I saw 85-inch for like $640.
That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah, I don't know if the quality's
we took
good now or
so long to
not.
pay off
but-
that
Yeah.
TV. So long. So I think that maybe people vacation now differently because I don't know. To y'all's point, maybe they just make more money now. I don't know. But I never had a culture where, oh, it's Christmas break. Where are y'all going to go? What are you talking about? It's Christmas break. We just have to sleep.
Yeah.
We just have to
We're
slip
going to
in.
go home and
You want presents?
Right. We're getting presents.
That's what you get.
Hopefully.
Yep.
That's what we're doing.
If you're lucky.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
what's going down in H-Town?
104.1 KRVE.
It's brought to you by Tachys Fiber. Shipley's Donuts has been acquired by a private equity firm in Beverly Hills, California.
First, we lost Whataburger to Chicago.
Yeah.
But weren't they already acquired, guys?
No.
And the acquiring company sold it to this company?
Now, Shipley's has more than 380 stores in 14 states. They plan to enter Missouri and New Mexico over the next 6 months. Shipley's, by the way, traces its roots to 1936 when founder Lawrence Shipley opened a small stand in Houston. And back in the 1990s, they added kolaches to their menu.
Oh, those kolaches. So
Right now, kolaches account for 40% of their total sales.
Yeah, let's see if they still taste the same in a month.
Yeah, let's see if they train.
Yeah.
I watched
The big firm has bought them.
in like episode 3 or 4 of Hunting Wives. They someone's eating a kolache. I'm like, all right. I bet 90% of the country has no idea what that is.
What a kolache is?
Well, they're actually called when there's meat in them and they're savory. Remember, I learned this when I went to that little small town in Texas on my drive. It's,
Oh, yeah, with
it's a Klobus Next. Klobus, I can't say the word. Kloba.
Kolache is meat.
Snekes.
I said
That's what
kolache.
a sausage
Klobus
kolache is. Klobus Snekes.
Okay.
Kolache
It's
is
a
the
check
fruit
pastry.
and the sweet one.
Well, we say kolache.
I know, we say kolache for all of it. Some people say pigs in a blanket. That's not it. A pigs in a blanket is a small little smoky with a biscuit
Yeah.
wrapped around it in the Northeast and all over the rest of the country.
You dip it in mustard.
This kolache, like the Texas sausage kolache. It's a
no.
Klobanesque. It's
a Texas tough kolache with
Blah,
meat.
blah, blah, blah. Whatever.
By the way, the Astros, Framber Valdez criticized the team's defensive positioning, actually, on a key play in their outing against the Nationals.
Yep, they Cam Smith too far over to the left, and then the guy.
Why'd
hit
they
it.
do
The guy
that?
went from this big dude went from first to home. They
Framber
lost
said
2-1.
it doesn't make any sense that it was a double. He said it makes no sense that the right fielder was playing center field with a lefty that was hitting. That should have been a single.
Yeah, 5 in a row.
5 in a row losses.
This is the best time. If they're going to suck now because the trade deadline is Thursday. So that means
Gotta make some
they have to make
changes.
moves.
Well, we're still number one in our division. In the
So what do you
AL
think?
West, we're still
Seattle-
number one.
Seattle beat the A's, the team that swept
us.
If you had to
4
make a
games.
prediction, who's in the shopping block?
I have no idea.
No?
I don't even know their names anymore.
In baseball, it's weird. Basketball, they trade like stars for stars and stuff. In baseball, they take prospects a lot of times.
Right.
It's true.
They want the future. They don't always take they don't, because usually a bad team doesn't want a good player. They want the future. They want to bet on 2-3 years down the road.
That's a good point.
So who knows? I have no idea.
All right.
Just do something.
That's what's going down in H-Town. Coming up next, it's time for revenge.
Yeah, this is where you've been messed with, and then you got the person back, but they don't know you got them back until you reveal to us what happened initially, and then we get them on the phone and we tell them all together, and you tell us at the same time. It's revenge next on KRBE.